Good morning, everyone joining on the Zoom. We're going to get started shortly. Thank you all for your patience. Where is presentation window? There it is. All right. All right, there we go. All right, let's share screen and get the party rolling. All right, cool. Oh, gotta move us up here, Zoom window. There we go. Cool, sweet call out before we start this session. We also actually made these slides that we're going to cover and go through today through Canva. So keep that in the pen and we'll come back to how you can do the same as we did something either simple, basic, or over the top. We can still get that done in less than 15 minutes. Speaking of, thank you all and good morning for those joining in the physical room as well as those in the Zoom room and on the recording. We greatly appreciate you attending this session. My name is Jack Crutchfield Jr. I'm the Regional Technology Trainer for Keller Williams, Maryland, DC, and I'm joined again by your awesome Market Center Tech Trainer here at KWSR, Sandy Bradley. Thank you, Sandy, again for the opportunity to teach today as well as co-facilitate this exciting session that we have today. So what we want to talk about now is we've heard everyone, and when we mean everyone, not only you all here today, every agent in your the market center about what are this. We heard about this partnership. It was announced on the Grow Call not too long ago about KW and Canva's partnership, and big kudos and shout out to Lisa Mam for her Canvas session that she had earlier this month to take a deep dive into what it will take to get to the partnership or get to a Canva account, how to edit your Canva templates, and how to also download them out. And so big bucket fill and kudos to Lisa for that. Now for this session, we're going to pick up where we left off from that session. We're going to talk about unlocking partnership benefits as well as what does it mean? Like, what are some of you all's burning questions about what is it? If I have an account already, can I still use it under the KW umbrella once it's released? And what can we expect? So we're going to take a deep dive into that and have a conversation about that today. And then specifically before we wrap up, we're going to actually do a live demo inside of Command to specifically go over the process of taking those Canva templates or designs and using them and utilizing them into Command. And then before we wrap up, we're going to go through a lot of frequently asked questions, not only from you all, also from the rest of your KW family members from the field. And so as mentioned just a second ago, we're going to talk about the partnership benefits. We're going to go through that. Also, steps to create a new account. I know that Lisa has already went through that in the first session. We're just going to have a refresher there. As mentioned before, FAQs about the partnership. A lot of FAQs that you all have had, as well as other Keller Williams associates, specifically around if we already currently have a Canva account or what to expect. We're also going to talk about some of the template tutorials that Lisa already walked through. Also, key features of the enterprise relationship. And so, and then as mentioned, how to use the Canva templates in Command. So there are some key features within this particular partnership. Now, Sandy, we know that we currently are still in the later days, or the latter days, I should say, of our partnership with WeBrand. So WeBrand is our current partner and design partner for our designs applet going forward. And part of those questions that we will address later is that will Canva now be integrated into Command? So we'll discuss that shortly. All right, so let's talk about how to create your Canva account. It's a simple registration, as easy as pie. You will visit canva.com. Currently, right now, if you do not, this is for our associates and brand new to Canva or brand new to Keller Williams.
I'm signing up. Should I use a Gmail? Should I use a personal? If I have my KW account, should I use that instead?
That's a great question. So for those in the Zoom room that did not get that, should you sign up and go through this process? If also for those in the recording, if you're following along with us, should we use a personal Gmail account or personal email to sign up for Canva versus our KW email? We will highly recommend your KW email because they're going to be kind of giving it away now, but I'll do it now. There will be some documentation that we will provide as leadership for those that want to convert their personal account to the KW Canva account. So there will be some instructions on that. We don't have that as of yet. However, we will highly suggest and recommend that you sign up for your Canva account with your KW email. Again, this is for those that have not signed up for a Canva account or who does not have it currently. If you already have one on your personal Canva account, you can continue to use that as well. We will highly recommend if you're brand new to it, if you already had it because you're using it for your business or for other things. Also, great call out there, Sandy. There may be some agents and teams that are using their vanity domains or their team domains. If you sign up for Canva with that, you can keep that as well. So again, visit canva.com and click on sign up to begin your journey. And then the next screen, you should see choose your plan. Select the Canva Pro subscription because again, part of the enterprise partnership is a Canva Pro account. I know there's a basic account. I know there's like a pro account and one level above that
So the basic is free, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And then the pro with our Keller Williams discount is what, $96, I believe,
Yes.
for
And
a
then,
year?
yes, and that'll be, yep, annually. And so you want to sign up for the subscription for full access to premium features. Again, if you're going through this process with us new, you can go ahead and enter in that information, activate your account. And then to fully activate your account, you want to confirm your email. Check your email for a confirmation link to activate your new Canva account. And so again, as mentioned before, we're going to address that in the FAQ section of today's session about if I currently have one or if I'm signing up for this one and now we have the KW and Canva Enterprise Partnership active. How do I convert that over? Now, Sandy, we'll take a moment here because I know that we've already gone through a lot of the template designs. And now using templates versus custom designs, meaning something that we will start from scratch, or we could actually initiate the AI for Canva. There is a Canva AI features. So we want to explore the balance between utilizing templates and custom designs for your marketing efforts. So now, Sandy, we know that templates are our friend. We love templates. Now, what would be a great example for us using a template versus something that we want to create from scratch?
Well, like, for example, if you got a new listing, you got open houses, you're gonna create a flyer, those kind of things, you just plug in, you just have a template and you can flip the pictures in. You could have a great exterior photo and then you could select the interior photos that you want in there. That's what I like about the templates because you can get it done within 10 minutes max. Once you have the pictures uploaded. But yeah, that's what I like about the templates. It's quick, easy go. Also, it helps you with branding too. So for example, if you're gonna put something up with social media, you could pretty much pick a template that you like, and you could change the color of the background or whatever, and it could be whatever your 2 or 3 colors are for your brand, and then you can go. And it's really quick and easy, it's much quicker and easier than, because I'm not a marketing person, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist too. And so I'm like, okay, so what size font, which font here, does that look better? And then sometimes I get down that rabbit hole and, nah, I just need to get it done. It's better to get it done than being perfect, is what I'm trying to work on.
For sure, just like, let's get it done and then we'll, tweak,
Improve as
improve,
well.
tweak and scope from there. And on what I also am hearing you say is, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm listing focused and I want to, send out marketing for my just listed, under contracts, just solds, or I'm looking to generate more listings, so I want to advertise more of my just solds. Using those templates, I can do that quicker using the templates here.
Yeah,
Okay, and then also I can keep the same font, the same colors, the same elements, and all I'm doing is just changing the listing information.
yeah, I'm just changing the photo, I'm changing bedrooms, bathrooms, an address or whatnot, and that's it. I mean, and it keeps it all the same, and when people see it, they'll know, hey, that belongs to Sandra Bradley, or it, it's more cohesive. It speaks better for your brand, because there are just, when you're looking on social media, it's like stop the scroll, and you're like, and you can tell by certain brands that are bigger than us. You can say, oh, I know that, just without even really looking at it, that belongs to Chick-fil-A, or that, or it belongs to Nike, or whatever you're looking at. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we've talked about that before, and that was a great call out as far as stop the scroll is concerned, because we've discussed that before in the design, our previous designs class about logos and branding, and how colors are important, as you also have an amazing guide about what colors represent happiness, what colors represent maybe something like food or something close to a sports team in the area. So people identify with that as well. And so, of course, templates offer a quick and efficient solution while creating our designs. And again, if I have just listed just solds or under contracts to advertise for social media and more, I can save more time using the templates. And then also custom designs allow for tailored messaging. So again, as we're talking about AI, as we're talking about ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI tools there, we can also utilize a template, and yet for our captions, for our words on marketing, we can also use the AI to look for a more emotional tone or a jovial tone, or maybe hey, SOS, or hey, stop the scroll. If you're looking for a listing right now, or you're looking for a nice lake house or a water house not too far from here, then you might want to check this listing out. I'm joining us on this Saturday or something like that, right? And so templates are great, and yet we want to make sure that we are still the fiduciary in everything that we do, and of course in our business, right? I won't just simply create the AI or allow the template to, and I just add the listing and I'll just stop there, right, Sandy? I have to make sure that my made sures are made sure, and my marketing and messaging, it fits me. So I don't want to feed the AI something that doesn't even sound like something that I would do, right?
Exactly.
Now, we wanted to talk about some key features of the partnership. I'm gonna read a couple of these things. Oh, we're gonna go through all of these and kind of expound on it a little bit more, because one of the things or a lot of the questions that came up from releasing this information about Canva, KW and Canva partnership. What does this mean? Why is this important? I already have Canva, Jack. I don't get the significance of it. Sure, it's a partnership, and yet I already use Canva efficiently. So let's take a look here. Again, as we mentioned before, design templates, we will have access to an extensive library of hundreds of bespoke templates designed by KW and Canva. That's one call out there. Not only the templates that we will have for Canva, such as the templates that we can use now for our personal accounts. These are templates coming soon that will be designed specifically for real estate agents and Keller Williams agents alike.
Do you think anybody else will have access to those templates?
Absolutely not, because again, this is exclusive to our brokerage and our partnership. Of course, there'll be the normal templated design. Say, for instance, I was just a family friend and I happen to have Canva and I help out with your marketing when need be. So for those KW and Canva templates, I will not be able to access those from my personal account. I'll have to either use yours or join KW, right? And this will be for everything social media posts. Social media posts, not only paid ad campaigns inside of Command, this will also be for social media posts, marketing flyers, as we mentioned before, for your just listed, just souls, or maybe even door hangers, or maybe open houses. And we also will have templates for yard signs. Check that out.
That'd be great.
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And it will all be within one convenient login. What we mean by a convenient login, that is your Keller Cloud login. AI powered design. So, fun fact, part of the slides that we're presenting today was built by AI. Canva has an AI tool and feature where I literally fed it the information that I needed on the slides. I asked for certain elements. I asked specifically, and as of course, as we feed AI more information, it will get smarter and it will know exactly what we want to say, what we want it to do. So this is part of also that feature partnership. Canva's AI features are used to generate and edit text, images, videos, and fully editable designs, further simplifying the creative process. I want to take a moment here too, because it can get a little dangerous when we're talking about text, images, and videos. I know that is AI. We highly recommend, and I think this should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We want to make sure when we're entering in the AI prompt or getting Canva to create AI images, not only can we actually feed it and tell it what we want, we can also feed it elements such as our branding, our logos, our images, maybe us from an open house or from a headshot or something of that similar sort. Make sure that you're not feeding the AI any what's the word I'm looking for? Intellectual property
Yeah.
or data or any other things there, such as a team logo or what's the word? A something that's copyrighted. So like there is restrictions to this. So if we were to use the AI or like if we were using this to host a Super Bowl party or something like that, and we had the team logos, as I believe we can get away with at least that part,
Right.
only if we're not looking to use the image as a paid ad or if we're looking to generate money.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's the thinnest line I can describe with that. So make sure that it's not copyrighted images or anything or copyrighted words or slogans that we're using for our AI prompt. Dynamic marketing. Dynamic marketing designs populate in Canva with KW affiliated agent and MLS data to create hyper-targeted client-specific content, streamlining customization and boosting marketing effectiveness. So the beautiful thing about the dynamic marketing and what we will be able to use for the partnership is that we will not lose that MLS integration. So as mentioned before, when we're doing our just listed or just souls or anything of that manner, we will still be able to get that MLS data or excuse me, photos in the descriptions and everything over through this partnership. An innovation commitment. KW and Canva will continue to collaborate on world-class design templates and features tailored to the evolving needs of real estate professionals, ensuring KW affiliated agents have the most effective tools to market their business. So this means that we will have faster, because I know this is one concern that Sandy, I know you and I have heard this over and over again about how often our templates in Command are updated.
Exactly.
I know that was a concern of ours for a little while, just because of how some of the captions, some of the images and there and so on and so forth, especially social posts.
But things need to change. I mean, things change and with technology, things change very quickly. And so trends come and they go very quickly. So it's hard to stay on top of all of that.
100%. And so a lot of that information or just even images were a little dated because they were templated ever since Command launched, or probably as of like maybe 2020 or around the COVID year, right? And so with this particular innovation commitment, with this key partnership, we will see a lot of our designs update in real time. We'll see a lot of our templates update in real time and be very, very conscious of making sure that we're staying current with what's going on. Customer engagement benefits. I think, Sandy, this is one of my favorite ones here, and I want to take a moment with this one. Create impactful marketing materials that will resonate with real estate clients and drive conversations, all powered by the combined strengths of KW and Canva. So this looks and sounds a little bit like maybe buyer presentations. This could sound like listing presentation templates, maybe a little AI powered by it. So now we can get a little virtual. Nothing wrong with physical copies now.
And
Right.
are we leaning towards sometime going to doing CMAs on it too?
That is a great question. Now, I'm not sure if we will have a templated CMA. However, we may have the tools to get a little creative to present one.
Exactly.
So there may, I'm not sure if there will be any templated elements where we will feed it the information and then it will create it for us out of the template. We may be able to take the template and then actually paste it ourselves or actually enter in that information ourselves. This also sounds like something if you were, let's get a little creative, let's have a little fun. Maybe if you are at the closing table, closing's coming up, right? And now we have the TV, we're here in the training room or, excuse me, conference room, and we have up on the TV just a rotating image saying congratulations. And we plugged it into KW Canva. And now it's just going to be kind of like a own, like your clients, your buyer, co-buyer, seller, co-seller, like their own lobby loop, or like they feel, you know, like in the sports world when they're making a big signing and they come into the conference room and they already have the name up and they already have like
The picture of the house.
Yep, the picture of the house, the oohs and the ahs and everything. We can already, at least for design purposes, we can already have that created for our clients. We can have, I know that there is a software and tool called Flip HTML. In Canva, we will have something interactive that we can utilize that way. Get a little fun, you know, a little digital and a little AI fun there. Brand consistency tools. You just mentioned this as well. Agents can keep their assets consistent and on brand with KW's brand kit, which is easily accessible within Canva and includes brands, brand colors, logos, and fonts. So also, Sandy, to your point, this means that we can, inside of KW Canva partnership, save our logos, our branding, maybe our designs. Maybe we have a specific designs for our under contract that's listed, or excuse me, our open houses. We just make sure that we change the information there.
Exactly.
Our colors will stay the same. So say, for example, you know, we have our colors of red and white for Keller Williams or even for our team. We can keep those consistent. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to recreate from
Oh,
scratch.
remember those the little things.
Oh, yeah.
Which exact black is it? Or
Yeah.
white is it? I mean, cause there are different shades of white, and so, yeah, if you have it right there, it'll pull it.
Absolutely. And to your point, that same link that Lisa shared in her session actually has the Keller Williams brand kit. And in that branding kit, they actually have the exact red color number or the exact white color number, gray, and so on and so
And
forth.
black.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's like so much easier
Oh,
to guess. What is Keller Williams red?
Right. What is specific Keller Williams red, right?
That's the hard one for me. The black and the white are a little bit easier, but the Keller Williams red was really hard for me to pick out beforehand.
And some people may think that it's not necessarily a big deal as long as it's close enough, and you'd be surprised. Like that specific color that is attached to your branding really, really matters. And then we see here future integration with Command. So of course, as mentioned before, we are currently still under contract or wrapping up our contract with WeBrand. And so we have that integrated already in design. So when we go to designs, we see we get routed or we're routed to the WeBrand editor. KW is exploring opportunities to integrate Canva into Command. I'll read that again. KW is exploring opportunities to integrate Canva into Command. So it's safe to say, Sandy, for the initial launch, we will still have to edit everything within Canva and on canva.com, correct?
Yes.
And then we will move those elements over into Command.
So we'd have to download it.
Yes, yes. As mentioned in the previous class, we can, after creating the design element in Canva, we can select the download button at the top right and download it as a JPEG or PNG file and upload it into Command like that. Again, we are exploring opportunities to integrate Canva into Command, its smart CRM plus platform to streamline marketing workflows even further so that we can eliminate that extra step of downloading. We can already have it integrated into Command. Now, before we get into the FAQs, I want to take a quick step back and I want to go into designs inside of Command. So now we're going to go into the process of, all right, Sandy, we have created our design. We've gone through in our previous session, in our previous Canva session, we've gone through the process of accessing our Canva account. So we've already done the process for those joining the recording of setting up and creating your new Canva account. If not, you can rewind and or pause until you have canva.com up and ready. From there, we have gone through the process of using our templates inside of Canva. And what does that process look like to actually download? You can download as a PDF, PNG, you can download as a JPEG file. There's several file types you can download out of Canva.
Depending on what you're doing, because some of them are animated.
Yes, you may have animated graphics within your or elements within your Canva template and design. Great call out there. And now we have it as a file on our computer and somewhere. So now what do we do with it and how do we actually use it for print designs? How do we use it for social media and more? And also if I'm creating a specific email template or a flyer that I want to add to an email template or my email editor so that I can send it out in a smart plan or email campaign. What does that process look like? And so we're going to walk through that now. You can join us in Command, which is agent.kw.com. You will log in using your Keller Cloud username and password. And then you want to navigate over here into the Designs applet, which will be third from the bottom. If you're not sure, you can highlight over each applet and or click on the red KW at the top left so you know where you are going. And so now we have a few here. This is my designs dashboard that we're looking at right now. I have about 129 designs. I can always flip the page down here.
I'm not
As
seeing.
we can see. And I have different elements. One thing I want to call out here too, Sandy, the reason why I want to go to this particular next page is because here, where we have the social media kits and everything else here, this is elements that I try to attempt to use because 2 years ago I was speaking, I was facilitating a panel at Family Reunion. And I wanted to make sure that I got this out on my social media to promote this for those that will join us in Vegas that year, 2 years ago. Excuse me. Yes, at this point now it's 2 years ago. Actually last year. And so I tried to actually take the template that KWI created for us for that family reunion and utilize images to highlight our top producers and our top rainmakers from that particular panel. And it actually was a opportunities and database panel. And I tried to actually edit it here inside of Command. And this is no dig. This is one topic because I eventually had to go into Canva and utilize that template and actually edit that template. Then I was
So
actually.
to do everything in Canva, we have to do the editing and the adjusting and whatever we're gonna do in Canva. And then when it's done to our, how we're liking it, then we need to download it and then upload it to Command. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. So if I went back to canva.com and now I'm at my homepage and we're looking at my recent designs and everything that I have here, right? And so I wanted to select this particular, say, for example, I wanted to select and I wanted to print out the, actually, no, this Instagram post here for the motivational quotes from our growth call. And I wanted to actually take this information because it says Instagram post. I already queued it up for this. So what we're looking at right now, as mentioned from the first session, this is our home screen. So I'm going to take 2 steps back real quick if I can, Sandy.
Sure.
So what we're looking at right now is canva.com. Keep Command up, open up a new tab and go to canva.com. And right now, if you don't have a design, you can always start a design. You see your quick search here for AI, either your designs, either templates that you want to actually take a look at and go through. For example, now that I select templates, we see here that we have a lot of pitch decks. Like Kalani and I are working on a startup company for a specific app to track everything business related, not only your travel, not only your expenses and everything that you're doing, also the operating expenses and assets, liabilities, everything in
one app.
Yep, in one app. Knock on wood, we might actually do that. So here, I can now take this template or Kalani can go in and take this template and now initiate the startup pitch deck.
Right.
Or again, if we go to the top here, as mentioned before, Canva has a AI feature here. It will let us know, see what you can do with AI. You can start a specific code for my super techie folks out there, right? You can now ask for a specific image. As we mentioned before, we want to make sure if we're keying in specific prompts for our AI images, make sure you're not using actual people or elements or any logos or things that we do not own and or we may get in trouble for because it's copyrighted.
It's like a website.
Canva?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Canva is a more so of a marketing and website tool. Not necessarily a website to host a website. It is where you'll build your marketing flyers, your Instagram posts, maybe some promotional videos or something like hey, can you see yourself here living right here out here on your lake house? Or can you see yourself living in this particular neighborhood? You can key in the AI and it will create that image and or video for you. For example, here, just looking at this particular top right, create a closing scene for a nature documentary. That is just a simple prompt that we can put here, create a closing scene for your nature documentary, create a promo shot for a cocktail bar. Shout out to Happy Hour there. That looks like a fancy drink there. Here's another image. Toasting marshmallows around a campfire. This could be something that we use for maybe our fall events, or we may have like if we're working with a local brewery and they happen to have a campfire out that way, we can have a client appreciation event or a client event where we're going to be out by the campfire, bring the kiddos. They can have some s'mores, and then we're going to have some fun games and activities inside the brew house, for example. Something quick, something sweet. We don't have to necessarily super think about it.
Yeah.
We can use the AI here. Oh, Here's a fun one. Image, a dog wearing a party hat. Maybe it could be for another client event. Maybe if you're a dog person like Sandy and myself, and we're hosting, ironically, a dog birthday party, and then you can host that in a dog park or a local park here and work with your local park and planning folks to have that there. These are just examples. We just simply went through examples of how we can use the Canva AI to just wanted to take a moment to show this. That's why I want to take a couple steps back real quick, Sandy.
That's fine.
As how quick we can use the Canva AI. And then there are also going to be some features that we can use specifically with the pro account. One thing to call out here too is if you are going through the process of setting up your free account, or you have a free account, there will be some limitations. As you're going through Canva, if there are any limitations, you will see something, let me zoom in here. You will see something that looks like that little gold crown right there. That is to signify that you have an active, if it's lit yellow and you see a crown, you have an active pro account. If you do not, it will be grayed out and it will say pro. And then if you want to use that element or those features, Canva will kindly ask you to upgrade to a pro account. So that's why we went through the process of asking you all to create a pro account. All right, sounds fair. So then again, we have our own designs when we're on our home screen. We have templates that we can use immediately. One thing also to call out at the bottom, we have quick prompts that we can feed into the searching templates. For example, build culture, back to school, marketing. Then also this drop down where it says design type, social media, spreadsheet, a document, a whiteboard, a presentation like the one we're using today, a video, and to your point, if I want to create a code or build elements for a website. So Canva won't host a website, however, you can create elements to build one. Yes. Now I know I took a long route to answer that question, but I wanted to show you all the features on the way there as well. So thank you.
So this is like a typical AI thing where you could like create and then you click in what you want and then you could give it more detail about what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's like,
Let's see,
that limit?
describe an image in your mind and I'll bring it to life. So I say, create an image of a man standing near mountains, looking far into the sunset in Las Vegas. Something wild, something outrageous. I literally just spitballed something off the top of my mind, right? So I asked it, create an image of a man standing near the mountains looking far into the sunset in Las Vegas. Right? And so now we see our images here. For example, I don't see Las Vegas. It looks like more like if this was Mortal Kombat. However, you see how fast, and we just wanted to use this example.
It's very quickly.
Right?
That was very quick.
Does look like Nevada to me.
Technically, it looks like Nevada, right? That's where Las Vegas is located. Now I can say, create an image of a dog birthday party starring a golden retriever. Trust me, you can have some fun with this. It might make you laugh beforehand. Now look at this.
This is faster than Canva and sometimes Gemini.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, not Canva, but ChatGPT.
100%. And now, literally, if I wanted to choose all dogs for the birthday party, people around there, and so on and so forth, we see it here just for a quick image and royalty-free image as well. To mention there, I would want to use the first image because again, we're advertising a dog party at the park. We're inviting our clients who are also dog lovers to bring their dogs, and then we'll have an event and then we have some fun there. So that's very quick. And then I then can select the image. I can either click on the edit pencil or I can click on the download button. Once it says that, then of course I'm going to save it on my desktop so I know where I'm going. And so I'm going to say Dog Party 2025. Boom. Simply download it. It's Dog Party 2025 JPEG. It is already created here. So now I've downloaded it out of Canva. And now I want to come back to designs and actually use that for maybe a social post or something of that sort. So now I want to go into campaigns. And our goal with the dog party image, for the example, is to actually take that, again, we've downloaded out of Canva, we created it, created an AI image, probably total runtime less than 3 minutes, right? And now we want to create a social post to put this out on Facebook and invite folks, and or we want to just get the message out there, and then I can go back and create the event and ask, are you going to join us? Are you going to join us? Are you going to join us? And so now I want to say create campaign. And as mentioned before, we want to use the example for social posts. Just a little asterisk and prerequisite for those following along. If you have not connected or created your Facebook business page or Meta business page and have successfully connected into Command, visit answers.kw.com to learn more on how to do that. Not how to set up or create your Facebook business page, how to actually connect it into Command. So, okay, I have my actual Facebook business page here. And then now I actually want to upload that photo that we just used. So here we have the emoji tab, and then we also have the add media tab. So I'm going to select add media. And I have the ability to either browse designs in Command or upload from our files. We want to select the option that says browse files, because we actually download that and upload it to our desktop. So now I'm going to select here, dog party JPEG. There, that is the same image that we just used for from Canva. Cool thing here too is because now I can actually crop the image from this point. This is all standard operations and procedures when we're uploading an image to our campaigns for social posts and for paid ads. And so now I changed here in this drop down, went from square to wide, and now it is fit to go. So now I'm going to crop the image. Boom.
Looks great.
My mom would love this photo, so I'm gonna keep it and send it to her, right? She's a dog lover. Now, beautiful thing here is that, again, we went through the process and we wanted to show you AI specifically because of how quick and efficient, and what if, just for example, Sandy, what if we use the AI image and where we use a prompt and I wasn't satisfied with any of that?
But
Cool.
if I do same picture with my dog picture, they do that?
Yes, you can upload elements, and that's a great question, a great call out. As mentioned before, you can upload images of yourself or images of you and your dog, and then it will AI and smooth it out. And if it's not to what you like, you can continuously ask the prompt to change it or regenerate the image until you are satisfied. You can say, yay, this is good, it's heading in the right direction, I want more designs. Or, no, I really don't like this one, can you try something different? Great question. We can upload our, as mentioned before, our assets such as our branding logos, images, anything that we use for our marketing, or any element that we want to use for our marketing, such as our logos, pictures, and more. And so we're going to stop here specifically for this particular design because this is already done. Now all I have to do is make sure my caption is together, the compliance logo and DBA logo and everything there is there, as well as when it will be sent out. When will I schedule it to send out on my Facebook page?
So that's really cool. So you could send it out now, or you could like schedule it to go out tomorrow. Or whenever you wanna schedule it.
Yes, I can schedule a post on a calendar date and time. And or I can just publish it immediately. I want to get this out because I want to make
Just
sure.
for 6 months, a plan.
Right.
Technically, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Any questions on creating a design and downloading it out of Canva to upload it here for social posts? All right, anyone in the Zoom room have any questions, comments, or concerns before we move on? Sure, go ahead, Kamon.
Okay, so when all of this was first announced, it looked as though the Canva integration was going to replace the current designs applet that's in Command. Is that not gonna happen now?
They are, only answer we have today is that they're exploring options to integrate it inside of Command.
Okay,
As of right now, we know that the partnership will be active under the Keller Williams umbrella through canva.com. They're still exploring options of how to build that out.
okay. Next question that I have is with the current designs applet. Team rainmakers and whatnot, they have the ability to set up designs that the entire team is able to use. In order to do that in this new Canva integration, would they have to sign up for a Team Pro account? And then invite their team members to that Canva team?
That sounds very logical, and yet I want to get a very logical answer for you as well. I want to get a concrete answer as of a yes and no. We're not sure. However, I will follow up with the tech team to get more clarity around team functionality and Rainmaker functionality as far as pro accounts are concerned.
So,
And in a simplified world, I think that will make the most sense just because of how this iteration works with WeBrain. And yet it should seem to be a little faster, a little less wonkier at times, especially for teams. Yeah, great questions there. Thank you, Kalani. Yes,
third question. with
Sure.
that, let's say that somebody has already created a Canva account using their KW email. And then they go and they join a team, and that team has the team Canva set up already, and they want to add that person to their team. Is that a possibility if the account already exists?
yes, because that actually happened with my account. I created one and I was invited to the Keller Williams Maryland DC regional team
Okay,
to create the designs. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a way down here at the bottom right for me to, for me to go through and trying to move the Zoom window, so forgive me on the recording. There is my actual account. And
right,
then there's my Maryland DC region account that I got invited to.
perfect.
So to kind of do a little re-investigating, to your point, as far as teams are concerned, I want to get the clarity around the KW Canva umbrella with the team accounts.
Okay.
It currently exists as is today.
Yep.
Based on that. Yeah, great questions.
So I have a question. It's Maggie. Can you hear me?
All right, I think is the volume.
Yeah, I have a question. This is Maggie.
Cause I think Miss Maggie is trying to, I think
Ask
she's
a question.
asking a question or speaking.
Can you hear me?
Have my volume up.
Hello?
Miss Maggie, are you, oh, yep, you are talking. I can-
Okay, you can hear me now?
Oh, she popped into the chat. I think so.
No, I'm still here. Hello?
No worries. You said.
So you can't hear me?
Hey,
We
now
can
we
hear
can
you
hear you
now.
now. Yep.
Okay, so my question is, I signed up for the Canva KW account a week or so ago, and I didn't do it as pro. And so when I go in to upgrade, it's asking me to pay or do a trial.
That is correct right now. As of what we have for Canva Pro, you will have to start either free trial or pay for the annual fee as of right now. We will address in the frequently asked questions as to what that process will look like when moving your current pro account into the KW Canva umbrella.
Okay, so I thought I heard you say when you first started to sign up for the pro account.
Yes, you sign up for the pro account, and then there will be some instructions that will be released from the KWI tech team on how to integrate our current pro accounts under the Keller Williams Canva umbrella.
Okay, so I'm doing the free for 30 days or I'm doing an individual trial.
I believe that it will be free for 30 days, and then after the 30 days, they will prompt you to move into the paid subscription.
Okay,
The price is 98 for the year.
Yeah, so Sandy, I believe it was 96 or like 98 for
96.
96 annually. Okay, yes.
okay. Mine's showing something different, $300.
And then they automatically gonna do it, or you have to.
We will have to do it, and then we'll send out the instructions on how to do that.
You get the 96 going under marketplace. Can't you?
We can double check that.
There is company that does that, they ask about, I don't know. If they. I think it's like 200, but they do it for you.
Oh, that might be like a
They do
like
it
an enterprise. Yeah,
Check.
yeah. Now I want to take a step back. Ms. Maggie, you said something about subscription that was like $300?
Yeah, the start your free trial, 30 days, monthly $30 or yearly $300.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm not seeing what you're saying about $96.
96. Okay. What we would suggest, just because it will actually, this integration will happen within a year, so you won't reach that 300. We would suggest to just do the monthly for right now, the 30 days and then monthly, instead of paying the 300 annually, just so that we can convert that over before it gets to the 300 point. We don't want to we want to make sure you're not paying that much.
Right, okay.
All right, super sweet. Thank you for that, Miss Maggie. And for those joining recording, if you run into the same prompt that Miss Maggie did as well, we would suggest you do the monthly rate and not the annual rate. Let me take a step back and let's just double check and look into the marketplace to see. What I just did was click on the right here at the top. Right here, next to the notification bell, we have the marketplace icon.
Looks like a store,
Yep,
or to me, it looks like a little store.
yep. So now I'm gonna go to search. And just to call out, there's other subscriptions and services here that you may want to take a look at. I'm just gonna type in Canva and see what happens. And Miss Maggie, to Sandy's point, she is correct. Through the Oh, got it. So through the integration here, through the marketplace, and it says Canva for KW, it has this information here. It says learn more. Okay, and so then it's gonna take us back to that link there. Okay. Okay, and then for more resources, here's a link here. I'm gonna grab this and put it into the chat. And this is a informational website directly from the KW Marketplace around the Canva promotion and a flagship enterprise. The video, the marketing elements that will be coming soon, MLS integration, as we mentioned before, enhanced support, and then more. And so this is our press release as well as any additional resources that we're going to actually talk about shortly. And so going back here, it looks like even though it says when I do the search, to your point, Sandy, it does says $96 there. But then there's not a way for me, obviously, because it's not here. So it seems as though that we may, don't quote me on this, however, we're doing since it's here now, it looks as though that we may have a way to actually go through the instructions to connect that Canva account to the KW Canva umbrella through our marketplace. So it seems like that might be a spoiler alert, don't quote us. So it looks like we may have found something here, right? And so if you're going through and you're setting up now, we would suggest doing the 30 monthly and not the 300. We want to just put that out there. We don't want you to just go ahead and pay for the 300 now. That seems like a lot for what the integration is gonna be. Yeah.
I could see if that was for like a larger group, but no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Now I want to take a step back, and lastly, we want to take a look at how this is the process of downloading it out of Canva. We went through the process of using an AI image. Same thing if you use an AI or if you build it yourself from a different template, you can download it from Canva. We went through the process of uploading it here for the social post. This would be the same energy as if we were uploading it for a for a paid ad. Now we want to take a look at what will look like if I'm uploading it for an email template for either a smart plan and or an email campaign. So now we want to go back and visit designs again here. And now from designs, I'm going to select create a design at the top right. This time I'm going to say email as the template. Instead of social and print, I want to select email. Right now, I'm looking at all the templates I currently can use. Now, Sandy, let's take one step back. From the templates or the images that I've created in Canva, do I have to actually create a template from scratch to use it? Or could I actually use one of the email templates that we currently see on the screen and just add my images there?
You could do either way, whichever ways you want to do it. You can either create one on your own, or you can just tweak it. You could use one of these and tweak it.
So what I'm also hearing you say is that I can create a new template if I would like to. However, right here, where we're looking at the bottom left, third from the left on the bottom row where it says featured homes, for all of my listing images that I've either have from MLS and or if I created a specific image or use one of my templates for my just listed or just sold, I can actually take that image that we created in Canva and just replace the image here on the template.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Or the open house or the just sold, either way, just replace the photo, make it quick and easy.
Okay, great. And so now I can select this particular, for example, you said open house. So I'm going to select open house. And then I'm going to move this, there we go, and click next. And what we're currently looking at right now is the email editor inside of Command. This is the email editor inside of Command. And currently we have our open house template that says open house Saturday, June 1st, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., so on and so forth.
We don't even have to worry about the top part.
Right.
Because that's on the Mac, they're gonna fill it in.
Right. Not only that, we're specifically going through this particular templated process. We just select open house, for example. What we want to do is now go here and replace the image, and I want to actually go back to my dogs. And I want to use the dog image again, right? Again, the same energy as if we created it in Canva, downloaded it from Canva. Now we want to replace this image on our email template. Reason being is because if it's not even a dog that you're using, it could be a flyer that we just created. Maybe I actually have an open house flyer that I want to add to here. I may not want to just use the listing image or a listing image. I actually created a whole graphic, or we created a whole graphic inside of Canva with our listing and a whole bunch of good, cool gray and blue templates and everything that fits our branding. So now I'm going to select this image. As mentioned before, when we're using our email templates in our editor, any element that you want to edit, you'll see the preview in the middle. You can click and select the element that you want to edit. I'm only going back and forth, Sandy, here because I want to
Demonstrate.
demonstrate, yes. So we see agent text. If I want to edit the text on the editor, I will click and select, just like you would in Canva. And now I'm going to edit that text here. So the middle is the template. On the right-hand side is the actual editor. What are we doing? So now I want to go back to image. And here at the bottom, it says replace or edit. Now I'm going to say replace. I can either do one of three things. I can use my images or my elements that I've already used for my email templates or email editor. Shout out to Mr. Fenwick. Gonna have to delete that, but I keep that as a joke for him. Listing images, because again, this is an open house template, and or this could be a just sold or under contract or for sale template. And now if I select and say listing images, we see here, I can now search KWS and grab the correct listing. And lastly, I can say add images, just like before. You can drag or drop or browse your files. I'm going to browse my files again. I'm going to grab my dog party, because now I want to send an email out about
Dog party.
the dog party at the local park. And so now we see the element or the photo has appeared here. I'm going to select said photo. One thing to call out, after we say we want to upload or replace this image or add this image from our files, we then have to select it here in this window. Now I'm going to say replace. Ta-da! Oh, wait, I just remember, Sandy. We're in an email template. We're in an email editor. So you know what cool thing I can do too?
What?
Because it's an image, I can also link to a specific page. Maybe I don't want the actual dog photo to be a clickable element. Or if I change my mind and I want it to be a clickable element, and we're using the email template or the email editor in command, I can now use this particular dog image to link to a specific landing page. I can link it to a web address, maybe the Facebook invite or Eventbrite if I have that. And then it also has here where it says merge tag. Link to a merge tag.
What are you gonna merge it with?
It is very, very interesting that the merge tag is there. It's like, okay, well, I know merge tags to automatically fill from the marketing profile. Why would I link it to a specific merge tag? Well, I'm glad you asked. The only merge tags for this particular element that we have is agent website, agent Facebook, agent Twitter, Instagram, agent YouTube, or agent LinkedIn, or their consumer app link.
Oh,
That is a recent feature that we can utilize in the email editor. It was kind of like if you blink, you miss it type of thing, right? So we can actually have our images in those clickable elements linked to all of these merge fields. And where did the merge field come from? Our marketing profile. And same energy goes for these images here. I can select the image. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to save, right, at the top right. And I can go here and click on those images at the bottom again, and I can add more dog photos, or I can add photos of the park and where we will specifically be and what to specifically look for or what balloons to look for, because it's a pretty large park. So there'll be a lot going on this Saturday, for example. All right, so I'm gonna save and close. So then boom, there's my new advertisement there. We want to go through the process now of going back and saying creating design, and then I'm going to select email again, because this time we're going to start it from scratch.
oh, wow.
I'm going to go at the top right and say create new template. And if I happen to do this by accident and or I just want to keep it simple and sweet, I'm not looking to, I already did the design in Canva. Canva did all the work for me. All I want to do is now grab the image, put the image here, add a text, add a message, click this button to register type of email, right? So now that we have a blank canvas, we want to specifically look at the content blocks here. First, we're going to start off with image. Drag that over, and as mentioned before, when we've gone through this in our designs class together, Sandy, always keep in mind of when you're looking at your editor, look at that green bar that's at the top, or any green bar when you're adding elements. That will let you know what specific, where it will actually lie on the image. I mean, excuse me, the template. So now I went through the process of adding our Canva image again. So, file. Right. Saving to designs, cool. I'm missing something very important.
Top part?
Yes, and what we mean by the top part, we mean by the legal header. And so, as mentioned before, I want the legal header to be above the dog image. So currently, right now, Sandy, it will show below the image because I see the green bar at the bottom of the image. And I now want to move it to the top. And so now we see our Market Center logo, our branded header and everything. As mentioned before in our designs class, do not worry on the preview template if we see all this wonky merge field stuff here. That is an automatic template. If I go here to options and say preview, you will now see it will show my information there. Before we move on, Kalani.
Okay, let's say, for example, we have an agent who's using some of these merge fields and whatnot. But on their marketing profile, they haven't uploaded the Market Center logo, or they haven't added their personal headshot. How would they remove that from the template?
Now, that is a great question. The question is, if I'm an agent and I don't have my Market Center logo in my marketing profile, and yet I want to use the branded header, and I want to remove this particular element where it says Market Center logo, is there a way to remove it from the legal header template? The answer is no. We will have to save changes, save and close, navigate to our marketing profile under websites, and upload that marketing image there.
What about personal headshot? You remove that from the legal header?
Nope. That is a great question as well. All elements in the legal header and a legal footer, we cannot remove or change, even though we're able to like highlight it or do this. If I went here and I want to get rid of the email, and if I click delete, it's not going to allow me to. So it's a great question. The template is static and is stuck together. And if I don't have an agent photo and or I want to change my headshot, or if I don't have my Market Center logo and I want to change that information, I must now save and close, stop here, go back, visit my marketing profile and make sure that those elements that we see here, such as we will have hopefully our agent first name, last name, mobile phone, email, agent photo, and Market Center logo. Great question. All right, now I want to add my legal footer because I want to be in compliance. And yet now, as to Kalani's point, and as this question here, again, if you don't have any information here, like the Market Center logo, your Market Center name and information, brokerage license, location, phone, same thing here for your agent information. If you do not have that and it does not exist, we will not see it in the template. It will show what we're looking at here now. It will still show those merge fields and look a little wonky and funky on the back end if we don't have that information in our marketing profile. And so now if I select preview, you can see I have all those assets available in my marketing profile, and we will see it on the template. So what we're currently looking at right now, because I'm not done, I will come back and edit the text. I will add a button and all that good stuff. What we're currently looking at right now is the Canva AI image that we generated together. We've downloaded it out of Canva as a file to our computer and uploaded as an asset and or image that we can use for multiple avenues and multiple marketing within Command. Also, another quick call out before we wrap up and move on. Right here at the top, I'm currently looking at the preview under the desktop view. I also have the ability to click the middle to look at the tablet view, as well as what it will look like on a mobile phone. This is very, very important also because you want to make sure that your elements are lined up correctly and it doesn't look wonky or broken up in each view. So it looks like we're in the clear there. So now I can come back, edit my text, or add the text here. Join us this weekend, rada, rada, rada. And then now I can also go back and add a button under there.
So you can register.
So I can now link this absolutely. If I am using a Facebook invite and or if I'm using Evite or Eventbrite, because I want to track who has signed up and registered and make sure that they are pinged into my command database. Maybe I want to actually have the sign up and create a landing page to sign up so that they can do what? Automatically generate it to our command database. You have all of those options available for you through this button. You can name the button. The text is, say, register here. And you can see in the template, it has changed. And then now I can link to a specific landing page or web address here. If it's a landing page, it's going to ask me to look for that landing page that we created inside of command. If I say web address, it's going to ask me for a URL. Change the background color. As we mentioned before, that hex color, where it's that specific Keller Williams red or whatever the case may be, you have the ability, if you are that sharp, you can add the hex color, or you can just go to the background color and just use the color wheel. So again, we've gone through the examples together of how we would go back into Canva. Today, for this particular feature, we utilize the AI feature and how we can use those templates and go from there. We've downloaded it out of Canva and uploaded as an asset to our command account so that we can use it for email designs that we're looking at right here and for our social media posts and our paid ads. All right, and close without saving just because that was an example.
And once you do what you do, you save it and you stay there. If you go back for a different party, you just replace the picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great question. If we utilize a command to email template or any email template here, and we wanted to actually use the same email template, however, we wanted to, because it fits our branding, it fits what we want to advertise, our clients are familiar with seeing that, I can come back and this says Dog Party 2025. For example, if I had this saved as a specific open house, maybe that will be its own standalone template and we will move on. However, I like that design. I want to use that for all of my open houses. I can now return to this specific one. As I'm highlighting here, we have the option dots right there. I can click on those options dots and now I can say, make a copy. Reason being is because if this is an open house template or an invitation to a client appreciation event, I want to keep the same format. However, this is a totally new event or a totally new open house. Now I have the ability to say, make a copy of the open house template. There's my copy of open house or open house on June 1st. Once I select, now it will pull up a copy of what I already used for the dog party. However, now I'm ready to go back, replace this image, and I want to use my Mortal Kombat character standing in Nevada ready to win the tournament. And so now I can go back to here, and I want to use this last one because he almost reminds me of Johnny Cage a little bit. And so now, as mentioned before, we're back in canva.com. I'm going to download this particular image and say Mortal Kombat in Las Vegas. And now I have that image saved here. And now I want to go back into designs. And from that copy we used, I'm going to go away. Okay, it's not going to go away. Okay, fine.
No.
And what I'm going to do now is just say replace. Man, that is bothering me. Hold up. Yay, go away. All right, so now I want to go back and now I want to say replace. Go back to add images. Browse my file. And look for my Mortal Kombat character in Vegas and say upload. It is there. We see it exist. I want to select the guy and replace the image and boom. So to your point, if now I have gone back into Canva, yep, I created different templates and now I want to use a different listing photo for an open house. I may do so by copying that same template. You can start from scratch. However, you can start from copying a template and or if it is an event for a specific email design that fits our newsletter or our branding. This I can see definitely for any open houses that we want to change listing information, event information, or and or if we are sending out newsletters. I will come back, make a copy first in Command. And on this specific copy, how will we know? We may not see it on this TV screen in the Zoom room, however, on the recording, at the very top left, it says copy of open house. Or it can say copy of 1234 Main Street. And then now we can change the name of that design so we know which elements we were using, or excuse me, template we were editing. And then we can just come here and change the image and replace the image. Absolutely.
It's like business every time I'm gonna have the different ones.
Yes, and you can have different ones. So say, for example, you were using this for open house or newsletter, and you just want to, you don't want to, you want to keep a log of what we said and sent out in January. We don't want to change that template. We want to say, as we mentioned in the Q1, we want to get ready for Q3 and so on and so forth. You can keep a copy of each month's newsletter by simply going to the design library and clicking on these three options, three dots, and say copy, make a copy. Great, great question. That was a great question. All right, super sweet. Close without saving. All right. Before we wrap up, any questions, comments, concerns from those in the Zoom room before we move on? No? Got a head nod no? Silence is golden, so guess what? We'll keep the party rolling. All right, so now we're gonna go back into our presentation made by Canva. And we want to specifically talk about the frequently asked questions. All of the frequently asked questions that you all have asked. When we mean by you all, we also mean the KWSR family here, as well as our Keller Williams International family. Who has access to Canva? Every associate and leader affiliated with Keller Williams will have access to the tool, including our worldwide associates. And so a cool thing about that there is, again, if you are within KW Worldwide and or if you are traveling worldwide, hey, you might actually be one of the rare few that are affiliated with a market center here in the United States and then somewhere in our worldwide partners. You will have access to that as well as our worldwide family members. When can I start leveraging Canva? The KW version of Canva will be live starting Q3. The KW version of Canva will be live starting Q3. There's no need to sign up for or purchase a Canva account before then unless you already want to. Want to put a caveat here because this is the FAQs that were released as we made the announcement and things have changed since then. What we mean by that is we've had a lot of agents go ahead and sign up for the Canva account or they told us, hey, Jack, hey, Sandy, we heard that KW and Canva are doing a partnership, so I signed up anyway. Even though it says no need to sign up or purchase a Canva account before then. For those that don't want to or want to do the annual, the monthly, like Maggie pointed out at $30, you can do that. And there will be instructions to migrate that over just because, as mentioned before, and we're going to talk about this in just a moment, actually, on the same slide about if I already have a pro account. Again, You, to your point, Sandy, I believe that $96 will be if I'm signing up to a new KW Canva Pro account. That's what that process will be.
Right.
However, you may continue to use your Canva account if you have one. If you would like to wait and not pay the 30 a month, we will not ever, ever, ever recommend the 300 unless you already have it. If you already have it, there it is. All right. Will I be able to access Canva through command? Again, Kalani asked this question. However, we answered it already. We will revisit this answer here. We are exploring opportunities to integrate Canva and will provide an update when available. So stay tuned. As I always say, ETA TBD. What training and resources will be available? Stay tuned for a variety of training opportunities, including quick start guides, onboarding guides for leadership, lunch and learns, and webinars beginning of Q3 of this year. Mega Agent Camp attendees will have the opportunity to have in-person and education workshops. So for those that are attending Mega Agent Camp in San Antonio in a couple weeks, guess what? You all have exclusive, you had to be there. If you weren't, you were going to miss it, training from Keller Williams and Keller Williams Canva folks there. So that's pretty cool. Question, I paid for Canva Pro. Can I get a refund? Users with a month-to-month subscription may cancel their subscription. Users with an annual membership that wish to cancel may submit a ticket to Canva. So that's why we mentioned the month-to-month, because you can just simply cut off the subscription. You won't be billed for the next month. However, those that have the annual membership for the $300 or more, if you wish to cancel, you will have to submit a support ticket with Canva. What happens if I have an existing Canva account? Users can choose to migrate content to their KW account or keep the two accounts separate. Because some folks may want a KW Canva account for their business, and then they're going to want a personal account for their own graphics or own things that they, or designs that they might want to use. Maybe, possibly you all or someone may have their own design company or their own marketing company. So they want to keep it separate from their real estate business. We will provide a guide to move content should the user choose to go the route of moving or migrating their assets and content to their KW account. What kind of templates and content can I expect? You can expect business basic templates to showcase your properties, as well as personal branding items, holiday templates, market expert graphics. I was hoping they said that because I love the market expert graphics, right? Division specific templates and more. KW has also pledged an ongoing commitment to update and refresh templates quarterly based. Yay! Quarterly based updates and refresh the templates on market and design trends to keep you fresh. As we mentioned before, that was a concern of ours before with our current templates. What's going to be different between my existing designs library and the new Canva account, meaning my designs library in Command? You will have access to listing data, details, and photos from the MLS with the ability to pull through to your marketing materials. In addition, you'll have access to every Canva template in their library. So it's not just the Keller Williams Canva templates we will have access to. We will have access to Canva.com's templates as well. And last but not least, if I have other questions, where should I go? Please start with your regional or market center leadership or your RTT. And so again, we thank you all for attending today's session. We thank you all for those that are in the Zoom room and also us joining on the recording. We will keep this screen up for an extended period of time, just so that you all can grab that. Go ahead, Kalani.
I do want to make a correction. That front desk email I am no longer using. That is going to Ferrari.
Okay.
My email is just my first and last name @kw.com.
All right, you heard it here, folks. right here, so this is a prime example, this is a great example here. Now I can actually go back inside of Canva and make that edit here. And let's look at it, what it will look like in real time on the slide. I can go back, and Kalani mentioned that it is her first name. No dot, correct? Just first name. First name. Kalani.
And last name?
Yep,
Mhm.
boom. I just updated her email in real time. I'm gonna go back into presenter mode. And the reason why I wanted to also show this is because we built this out in Canva using the Canva AI and of course made our own tweaks. However, you can also use the AI if you want to use a specific presentation slides for your listing presentation, or your buyer's presentation, if you see fit. All right, so look at there. Sandy, we updated there in real time right in Canva. So if you have questions or you would like more information, reach out to your market center leadership. There is Sandy's information and email there, as well as Kalani's correct email, as well as my email as well. We will be more than happy to help. All right, super sweet. Thank you all for attending. We greatly appreciate it. Everyone have a great and safe rest of your week. And let's get this.
Stay cool.
Let's stay cool. It's hot out there. All right, super sweet. Thank you all in the Zoom room. We greatly appreciate it. For those that need to grab this email, we would keep the call up for about an additional 90 seconds. And we shall see you all for the next session. Stay tuned for the next training.